will you show your elephant and giraffe, please?
Yeah, so I got an elephant.
A giraffe.
And these majestic animals, God, I can't read, you see at the zoo on the palm of your hand.
Well, that's a three-dimensional object of art in the shape of an animal.
Love that we're being told to shut up already. We haven't even started.
Talk to me at all? What was the very first thing you auditioned for?
Desperate to know the answer to that question.
The first thing I auditioned for, I got a call from a casting director. She asked to speak to the agent representing Rami Malek, and I said, speaking.
You already got your part.
And she said, well, what's your name? I said, well, this is Rami. And she kind of laughed, and she said, well, are you SAG? I said, no. I think I've made the giraffe, by the way. And she started laughing and laughing, and she said, all right, call me when you have an agent and you're properly SAG. I go, you're already laughing. Give me a shot. It was 3 lines in the Gilmore Girls. That's your answer.
Wow.
And I got the part.
You got the part?
I got the part.
You got the part, and your first ever audition was also playing your agent. I just love that your agent had a lot to live up to after that as well. You were like 1 for 1.
Yes, exactly.
I was the book boy in a production of Oliver. It was my first professional part. And I got to say, books you order from the bookseller, sir. And I had to run off. I leave the books, and then I run off too quickly, and so Oliver has to take the books back, and then he gets caught by the gang and stuff. But because I had this big moment, I would go on like, books you order from the bookseller, sir. And then I'd like gently saunter off the stage. The director came up the following night. He said, you can't. You have to run off. It's essential for the plot point. You run off. And I was doing slow bow.
I love it out here. Ooh. Oh, it was just in you from the start.
Exactly.
You did The Goat. That's a great play.
It was a great play.
It's not a great play to take my mother to.
Yeah, or my dad, actually, because there's a bit in which my character had to snog my dad on stage. But I did get the best opening line. That character, his first line on stage, the son in The Goat, goes, you're doing what? You're fucking a goat? And his dad goes, don't swear. And he goes, well, you're fucking a fucking goat. You tell me not to swear. Yeah.
What was the first album you ever bought?
No. Please, you know not to get me started on music because I have the worst taste in music.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, it's awful. The makeup trailer in a film set, people are like, oh, do you have any particular music? I always just have to be completely silent.
What? Give
me
a...
No.
No.
What was your first album?
I went and I bought Bob Dylan.
Oh, you're so cool.
No, it's just true. Blonde on Blonde, and I bought a Joan Baez album. I can't remember the name of it, but she sang on one of his tracks, or maybe numerous tracks, but I had to have them both. Yeah. And then I bought a Leonard Cohen for...
Rami, you're making me sick. I bought Always. First single was Always by Bon Jovi.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, yes.
I like a good emotional power ballad.
Yeah. There's a place in London that just does power ballads.
Really?
And you can go and sing along to everything, basically.
You need to be really drunk.
You have to be wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
So
other
I start
one.
being really coy, and then I get really drunk, and then I'm like, don't fucking dare take the microphone away.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch reality shows?
I'm quite excited because The Hills, which was my original reality TV guilty pleasure, is coming back.
What is The Hills about? Pitch me The Hills.
The Hills is about various, like, genetically beautiful, probably now aided potentially by cosmetic, I don't know, because it's been just wandering around LA, just chatting to each other. It starts with that Natasha Bedingfield song, which I didn't buy the single of, but I might as well. I was quite into Heidi Montag, who I sort of had a bit of a love-hate relationship with.
They have a child now. She's Spencer.
Is the child on the reality TV show? Because I'm not so sure about that bit.
Has the child had any plastic?
The child hasn't had any work done.
No work done? I guess that's what you say, work done these days, right? Is it all right to say plastic surgery?
Yes.
Thank you. You know, Robin Williams, I did the last night at the museum with him, and we got to shoot in the British Museum.
That night.
And I saw him just standing by this rock, and I thought, oh, he just wants to be alone, but what's he doing over there, just standing out into space? Is he okay? And I walked over to him, and we had got pretty close over the course of doing those films, and I was quite worried, and I said, what's going on? And he just whispers, it's not often that you get a chance to be alone with the Rosetta Stone. And I was just like, I'm not going to look at my phone for the next week or two or whatever.
How long did you go?
It's ridiculous.
You went and put one of your 3 photos on Instagram.
I asked him for a selfie. Can we get a selfie with the Rosetta Stone? I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
You, me, Rosetta?
Rosetta.
So what would you say your secret skill is?
I'm incredibly good at being early. I'm the person that gets to the airport like a good 4 hours early. Yeah.
Why is that?
I just freaking love an airport.
If we're going on the time thing, I think I managed to get to the airport about a minute or 2 before the plane actually takes off.
Which, again, is a skill.
And I still get on it.
When I first went on holiday with my wife, this is obviously before we were married, we were going to Italy, and it was agreed that we would meet on the plane because I knew that our burgeoning relationship would not last, because she's the antithesis. She's like sensationally late all the time. And I'll never forget, we were flying to Florence, and I got on this EasyJet plane, and I was sitting at the back surrounded by like 3 Irish monks and a nun. And they were like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid this plane can't take off because there's one passenger." That's like, literally there's one space next to me, and my wife comes in. And I was like, if we had met in the airport, I think the relationship would have died before we even started. But fortunately, there were some calming Irish monks.
Where was your first kiss?
Oh, wow. It was at a school when I was about 9 years old, and the school that I was at next door was a Swedish school. And my friend was Swedish, and there was a Swedish school disco, and we played a game of spin the bottle, and if it landed on a girl, then I was going to have to kiss them in the middle of the circle. And it did land on a girl, and I kissed her, and I just remember the taste of Hubba Bubba. That's my memory. And it was very much...
Were you nervous?
Yeah, hell yeah. Surrounded by a load of Swedes staring at me.
I think I kissed my sister by accident when I was a kid.
Incestuous first kiss.
Yeah.
No, it was your twin brother.
Oh, man. See, is this going to get me into trouble? I think this is going to get...
Okay, perfect.
I was very, very young. I have a twin brother, and he did really well with people across the board, and girls as well. And I got a little jealous that, he'd had his first kiss. He'd had a couple first kisses, and I hadn't. It was really difficult. Yeah, it's always complicated. But he was kissing a girl, and... I thought, we've never used this twin thing to our advantage yet. No. Yeah. So,
no, that is bad, mate.
It's bad.
It's morally dubious.
I think it is.
But
so, I'm going to leave it at that.
So, Eddie, I know you have a long history with magic, but now that you're playing a magician...
Yeah.
Wizard.
Big difference.
Massive distinction there. That's my wand work.
Your wand work is very good.
At this. Yeah. So, as a kid, I used to love doing magic, and I had a brother who was 6 years younger than me, which meant that I had like the perfect audience. And I'd also do ventriloquism, and it was this amazing thing because you stuck your hand up it, and then there was a hand here with a glove, so it looked like your hand was there. And I'd do ventriloquism. I'd go, "Hello, Tom." Tom was my little brother, and I'd sort of do these whole acts to him. And when he got to about 3 years old and could speak, he's like, "I know what you're doing." And that was very heartbreaking. So that was the end of my magic.
Okay, so I think we will hold up the animals now.
Before we do, I was just going to say my first kiss story may or may not have been authentic.
I think it sounded beautiful. Yeah.
Well, let's have your first kiss story between these two little animals.
It starts like this.
So,
and then it goes like this.
Oh,
that was a good
it's always
kiss,
as I had imagined it would be.
All right. Excellent. Now pick up your little fortune things. Pick
I'm
one.
so excited about this. Wait, can I put my little elephant down?
You were such a
You're
gentleman.
so gentlemanly.
So it's a fortune teller.
Yes, this is a fortune
And we
teller.
just puncture this, right?
Oh. You are the poem someone wants to write.
Ah, here we go. In a room full of art, everyone would stare at you. These are like the chat-up lines that I never had.
Yeah,
Mine were like,
You should keep
have you watched
these.
The Hills?
I feel that you've done very well. You're a poem, and you're a work of art. There you go.
You are.
Take that.
We're
All
both
right.
pieces of art.
Okay, you each get a bottle of champagne, too.
Oh!
Great news.
Can we pop it now? Ready?
Are we doing
yes.
that?
Wait.
Wait, okay, wait.
We're doing that. Oh, fuck. Oh!
That's a Freddie Mercury moment, for sure. All right. Yay!
Hey, we do drink Moët Chandon.